how did you get here? How did you become who you are?
My brother and I started building houses together in South Jersey. While we were building houses, I got my real estate license.
Is there any advice that you would give someone that was, let's say me, I'm just starting. I'm on a track to do as much as I can do. What advice could you give to somebody who really wants to kind of follow in your footsteps in a lot of ways?
So stay focused, stay consistent with what you choose to do to lead generate.
So consistency is key.
Consistency is always key, and that's with everything really in life. Problem is that people don't stay consistent and they don't follow it through. Remember, and I always tell people in this business, everyone's always watching.
Yeah.
You know, I just got a call on the way here that they want me to come list their house. Never met them before.
So when you originally first started in real estate, you were already building homes. Was it a grind still, or did you kind of already have it laid out? Was it easy or was it difficult when you first started in real estate? If it's a rental, if it is a $200,000 home, you're not going to turn around and say, oh, it's only $200,000. I'm not going to do all of this. You're going to give them the same quality.
We're doing it, and everybody gets the same exact treatment.
What is one story from your career that just reminds you of why being a real estate agent matters to you? So, welcome back to Kash Connection. Today, we are sitting down with somebody that I have come to know as a legend in the real estate industry. This is Mr. Sam Lepore. Thank you very much for joining.
Thanks for having me, Kash.
I really appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, I've got a ton of questions, but the first one is how did you get here? How did you become who you are?
So we talked a little bit about this pregame, right?
Right.
I started in the mortgage business is really how it all started.
Right.
There is a little bit of time frame before that after college we'll leave out for this conversation, but basically it was the mortgage business I started out in for a few years. It was in inside sales, went to outside sales, selling subprime back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay.
So you know what happened with the subprime market back in the day.
Yeah, there are plenty of stories. I've seen a couple movies about that.
So I was selling a lot of subprime mortgages. The market tanked. I got out of that. My brother and I started building houses together in South Jersey.
Okay.
While we were building houses, I got my real estate license. My thought was, I'm not going to let a realtor list the houses that we were building.
Got it. So you figured you'd list them yourself?
List them myself. Actually, never really did list them myself because the market was pretty bad back then. But I've always held my license. After that, and maybe in between that, I was building websites to generate leads for payday loans and car insurance.
Okay.
So that Google made some algorithm changes, so I got out of that.
Okay.
And I dropped everything about 12 years ago to start real estate. So I had figured I had my real estate license. I knew how to generate leads, which is big in our industry.
Yeah.
I was building houses, and I was in the mortgage business.
So you stepped on the field of triple threat. You already had all of these different skills that you gained, and from there, did it just take off?
Yeah, already had all of that stuff. So that's why I thought, you know what, let me give it a shot. I literally dropped everything. Married, kid, bills, but I gave it a shot, and here we are today, 12 years later. So it's been a great career. I still continue to love it. And I always say it's a great industry. Work hard.
Right.
You can make a lot of money.
For anybody that doesn't know you already, just from a young Sam Lepore to who you are today, what do you feel like would give me and just any audience or anybody that doesn't know you a good sense of who you
a good sense of who I am.
Yeah. How would you describe yourself?
I think I'm pretty humble. They think of me as a hard worker, successful. I've been in a lot of different stuff over the years that I've always been successful in, and that comes back to just hard work.
Yeah.
So I always pride myself in working hard and being a good person, because that comes back to you tenfold, quite frankly.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Is there any advice that you would give someone that was, let's say me, I'm just starting. I'm on a track to do as much as I can do. What advice could you give to somebody who really wants to kind of follow in your footsteps in a lot of ways?
Yeah. So in this business, there is a lot of there's a lot of freedom,
Yeah.
but that's a blessing and a curse all in the same time, right?
Mm.
So you have to stay focused. Treat it like a real job, which it is.
Yeah.
But you want to treat it like a real business, and it'll come back to you tenfold.
Right.
The other thing too is stay consistent. A lot of it, there's not enough consistency here.
Mm.
There's too many things going around. Like I said, freedom, right? So
Right.
everyone's got their eyes on maybe something else, and they're focused on too many things
Instead of
at the same time. So
right.
stay focused, stay consistent with what you choose to do to lead generate.
Gotcha.
We need to generate business somehow, some way, especially for you now that you're newer, right? So
Yeah.
you want to pick a few things that you enjoy and that you're good at, and stay consistent with those.
So consistency is key.
Consistency is always key, and that's with everything really in life. So
Right.
especially with real estate and just starting out,
That makes
you
sense.
got to be consistent with what you like and what works.
Gotcha.
The problem with what works is there's some testing that needs to go on with all of that.
What do you mean, like testing what does and doesn't
What
work?
type of lead gen? There's a 1,000 types of lead gen that you can get into.
Okay.
Right.
And
open houses, cold calling,
right.
expired leads,
Right.
all of that. You might not like all of that, but pick a few that you do like and stay consistent
In
with
those. And as long as you do that, it should actually work out as long as you're following through on the rest of the business.
Absolutely. And the problem is that people don't stay consistent and they don't follow it through. Farming a neighborhood, like sending postcards or letters or whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't take a month or two. That could take a year. That could take 2 years.
That makes sense.
But people lose steam and like, oh, it's not working. It's not working. Well, you've only been at it for 2 months.
Gotcha.
2 months is a lot. No, it's not. Not in this business, right? So
I have a secret to tell you. When I first moved to New Jersey, all of a sudden, I scroll on YouTube a lot.
yeah.
And for no reason, Lepore at the Shore kept popping up in my reel.
There you go.
And it was interesting. I was like, oh, okay, who's this guy, Billy? And I'm having these whole mental conversations. And then when I end up at the office, they're like, oh yeah, you've got to talk to Sam Lepore. I said, Sam Lepore works here? It's like, what?
That's funny.
I had no idea.
And you know Billy too. You never even met Billy.
Exactly. And it was one of those things that inspired me. It's like, you never know who's going to see what when you put things out on social media. And you never know how far your reach really is until it's there.
And that goes to consistency. So I was very consistent with those videos over the years, but people are watching just like you, right? So they might not like, subscribe, or comment.
No.
But they've seen it.
They've seen
right? And they remember that.
Exactly.
So the reach is there. Remember, and I always tell people in this business, everyone's always watching.
Yeah.
I just got a call on the way here that they want me to come list their house. Never met them before, but they said, Sam, I've seen the work that you do around here and I admire it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've never contacted me before, never sent me a text message, never even said hi to me.
Right.
But they watch. But people watch and they take note.
Yeah.
So always keep that in the back of your mind about what you put out there
That makes sense.
in the social media world and anything in the public for that matter.
Do you stay mindful of keeping your professional presence and your personal life very separate?
Um, with real estate, it's funny you say that. So with real estate, I think there's a good um, mix there
I get you.
that I think is good.
Yeah.
And for one thing is social media.
Yeah.
So with social media, not everybody wants to say, "Hey, I just listed this house. Look at this house I just listed. I just listed. I just sold that. I just sold."
Mm,
They don't want to see that all the time,
it
right?
does get dry.
So
Yeah.
we try to throw in some funny stuff and some creative stuff,
Yeah.
but I also lace in some of my kids or my family or a trip that we go on,
Right.
right?
Right.
People don't want to see the constant house.
Yeah.
So we throw in some of the funny stuff, some of the family stuff, create engagement that way too. Because people want to see the real Sam or the the real family behind
Right.
the scenes. People like to see all of that stuff.
People want to see that you're a real person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
with that, keeping it all separate is difficult
Right.
because social media is such a huge thing for us in this business.
It is.
Right.
It is.
Like we don't advertise in the Philadelphia Inquirer or the Carrier Post, right?
Right,
Back in the day.
Yeah.
It's really all internet presence. So it's a little bit of personal and business.
That makes sense.
Mostly business, right? It's going to
Yeah.
be 90% business,
Yeah.
but then there's that 10% aspect that people want to see too.
I find that we're kind of like in, let's call it the age of authenticity, where people want to see the real you. But of course, they always want to see the real you that they agree with, the real you that they can tolerate, that's palatable, right?
Yes.
So I noticed that a lot of people they go a little too far in sharing themselves to share things that kind of isolate other people and things like that. I've never seen anything like that in your social media, but it got my gears thinking like, I wonder, do you separate it or do you keep it together? So that's why I
Yeah.
wanted
So
to know,
politics,
you know?
if you're talking about politics,
Yeah. Yeah.
politics is a big thing. Obviously, it has been for many years now, and it's even more now.
Right.
I stay away from it.
Yeah.
Right. You'll never know. You'll never know which way I'm leaning either way.
Mhm.
I tell my team that as well too, because it divides. It divides, especially today. It divides people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people are vocal with it. I'm not. I
Understand.
won't even comment, like, or anything on
Nothing.
any post about politics. And I totally keep that off the record.
Nah, that makes
And
sense.
to myself and to my family only. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's just a simple way of just saying, look, I'm here for a reason, and this is not it?
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason for me. There is no reason to bring it up. It does nothing good for my business. It doesn't help me or my family. So there's no reason to bring it up. Now, some people do.
Yeah.
Some people don't care.
Yeah.
Some people don't care about it, and that's fine. But that's what they choose.
Yeah.
I think they're hurting their business,
You think so?
especially with politics. It's 50-50.
It's like it's
You
divisive.
could be. Yeah, it's very divisive these
Yeah.
days. You could be losing 50% of your audience.
And-
Some people, like we just said about, people are watching.
Mm-hmm.
Right? People are watching,
Mm-hmm.
and especially with politics.
That makes sense. That makes
If
sense.
they see you comment or even post something, that'd be like, I was just going to call that guy to list my house.
And now
No, I'm not. Right?
and you will never know.
We'll never know.
You'll never know.
So I think
yeah.
those people are losing business that are doing that,
Hmm.
but that's their choice.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So when you originally first started in real estate, you were already building homes. Was it a grind still, or did you kind of already have it laid out? Was it easy, or was it difficult when you first started in real estate?
Yeah, it's definitely not easy.
Okay.
It's definitely not easy. Everybody thinks it's easy, and they see like the the post and
Yeah.
they think the money's rolling in. They don't see the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, there is a lot that goes into it. First of all, to generate the business, to get the business,
Hmm.
and then once you get the business, keeping that business together.
Right. Right.
So that's the rub there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I imagine it takes quite a team to keep everything moving with the type of business that you do right now.
yeah, I mean, I have an amazing team. I love my team. I speak highly of them. We have a good core group of people,
Mhm.
of support staff and agents that really keep us rolling along quite
Okay.
nicely. Yeah.
Do you feel like with another team you would have been just as successful?
You mean if I had different components on my team? I don't think so. I have a really good. I'm picky who joins the team,
Okay.
and I have a really good core of support staff, uh, transaction coordinator, listing coordinator, and marketing. The
Awesome.
best,
Awesome.
and that's key to this business, quite frankly.
That makes sense. So what do you feel like do you feel like those are the components that make a great team, or what makes a great team? Is it the culture or
No, it's all of that, right? You have to have good service, so we provide that. It's the culture,
Mhm.
and people want to enjoy being on the team. They want to think that they're getting value.
Yeah.
Think of provide value. It's like it's a give and take. I'm helping them, they're helping me.
Right.
We're all working together for one common goal,
Yeah.
to do good business.
Right.
Do good business now and brings us good business later too. So
Right.
yeah,
No, that makes sense.
yeah.
Do you do like a lot of team building exercises and stuff like that?
I'm not big into all of that. So
Yeah.
I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not. We don't do a lot of that.
Okay.
Probably don't do any of that. But we have our happy hours. We have our team events. We have client appreciation events. We do all of that.
Gotcha.
But we run a smooth shop, and
Gotcha.
we're running on all cylinders, and we don't need, at least I think we don't need all of that.
I will say this. I've studied leadership in
Yeah.
every dynamic for over 10 years. And I don't feel like the Friday pizza parties and those type of, I'm going to call them gimmicky. Not a lot of other people may think that, but that's just how I feel about
Right.
them, just watching how it pans out. I don't feel like that actually creates a cohesive team. But like you said, you do spend time together, but you get a lot of work done. Everybody plays their role, and you're selective about who's in the team.
Correct. And
You
being
know?
selective with who's in the team is big in my situation. Like, I don't have a training department,
Yeah.
so I won't hire new agents or not. Don't
Understood.
join my team.
Understood.
We don't have the time or the capacity to train.
Right.
So anybody that comes on my team they already know what they're doing.
Yeah.
We fill them in on a few things, and they're off and running.
Okay.
But everybody runs their team differently. Some people will take on new agents, and train them and get them up and running.
Understood.
Right. So everybody runs. That's the beauty of real estate, is you can do it however you want. There's no one path.
Right.
Right. So we just choose to do it that way,
Understood.
instead of all the other stuff.
So for the top agent pacing the floor, not knowing what they want to do with their life and thinking about joining Mr. Sam Lepore's team, what are you looking for as far as
Yeah. So first of all, I'm looking for someone that obviously is licensed
mhm.
and has been doing it for at least 1 or 2 years.
Okay.
I like to look at their track record. What have they closed? What have they done? What kind of person are they?
Mhm.
Are they personally
Yeah.
and professionally?
Right.
Background, that whole
So you really look at who they are and what have they accomplished. Like,
yeah, that's really it. I mean, do they know the area? Do they have a sphere of influence that they can get up and running?
right.
Because I provide value and leads and all of that and support,
Mhm.
but it's not a one-way street, right? So they're going to,
Right.
are they lead generating? Are they going to do the jobs and the task to bring in business as well?
Right. Are they
I
going to
help them.
strengthen your team essentially?
Exactly. And that's what I said. We're there to help both.
Mm, that makes
I
sense.
want to help them and I want them to help us as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're really known for your presence as well in the luxury industry. How did you break into that?
Yeah, so I started off in I grew up in West Effort.
Okay.
We moved to Morristown maybe 20, well, we bought our house 10 years ago, probably 15 to 18 years ago. I moved to Morristown.
Okay. Okay.
So where were we getting? What was the
The
question?
luxury market. How did you
How do I break into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I grew up in West Everett, moved to Morristown. I started at an office. I started with Mark McKenna in Marlton,
Mm-hmm.
but I was living in Morristown.
Mm,
And all my friends and my sphere, so to speak,
right.
was in Morristown. I was living in Morristown. I was hanging out in Morristown, but I was
Right.
working in Marlton.
Right. Right.
So that's what made me move over to the Morristown office. And then the luxury sort of evolved with my marketing. Go ahead.
So I wanted to understand because I noticed that some people they kind of like they start off they're just helping everybody and then they kind of like go up in price point of who they're helping. Did it happen that way
Yeah, so
or
it wasn't like, you
or
you come
what?
out of the gates and saying, "Hey, I'm luxury."
Okay.
I still don't even say that today.
Right.
It just sort of evolves. So we do every price point in every town in South Jersey,
Yeah.
but living in Morristown, it's a little bit of a higher end. The price point's higher,
Mm-hmm.
like Haddonfield's higher, Morristown's higher. My marketing, I've always prided myself on very good photos, very good videos,
Right.
very clean, crisp, instead of someone using their iPhone to take a photo. I would
Right.
never do that. Every
Right.
single listing, even if it's a rental, is professionally done with a photographer.
So it's quality or nothing.
It's quality, right?
Yeah.
So and then people see that,
Yeah.
right? So no matter what price point you're in,
Mm.
all right, and then it just evolves, and then you start listing the higher end homes. Signs go in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You're selling them. You're
Mm.
posting them on social media. They're seeing it. Wow, Sam just sold this $2 million house.
Yeah.
And it sort of snowballs itself into, well, Sam does that higher end, that higher end stuff. I just never came out and said I'm focusing on luxury.
I have seen listings with numbers that could fill up a calculator. I'm like, whoa, look at this. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
but with that said, we're also doing the lower end stuff, or even a rental.
Exactly.
So we do the gamut, but keeping your marketing clean and crisp and good will attract any type.
The way that you just included everyone in that kind of leaves me with the impression that if it's a rental, if it is a $200,000 home, you're not going to turn around and say, "Oh, it's only $200,000. I'm not going to do all of this." You're going to give them the same quality.
We're doing it, and everybody gets the same. Everybody gets the same exact treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes
I mean, for a rental, yeah. Are we doing floor plans and video? No.
no
Right.
need.
There's no need, right?
Right.
But for the most part, everybody, same photographer, Billy Kyle, right? We're getting
Yeah.
the same videos, we're getting the same marketing, and Jess Velez on my team.
Mhm.
So everybody is getting that same treatment.
Right.
And people see, like, when they're looking at your listings online, right?
Mhm.
They're gonna say, "Oh, let me look at these listings," and they see crappy photos.
They're like, "No."
So now, when you look at my profile, it doesn't matter if it's a rental, a $200,000 house, or a $2 million house.
Right.
They all look the same. They all look clean and neat.
They're all, yeah. That's what I would like to see. Just if I were looking to sell or if I were looking to buy, I would like to see something it represents the type of realtor that I'll be dealing with.
Of course.
And
You're online and people see it, right? So if you're a seller,
yeah,
people go online and they do their research. Either if you're getting a referral or they're going online and researching.
yeah,
They see the reviews, they see the listings, they see the photos,
yeah, yeah.
they see it all. People are watching, like we said, right?
You're definitely right about that.
Yeah.
I'm a cold caller. I love it. I can't get away from it. I've worked on the phone before.
Right.
So I call out, and that's just part of my lead gen. And I didn't realize how impactful my social media would be until someone called me and said, "Hey, you called me about a week ago and I had to do some research on you. And I took a look at your social media and this is why I called you."
That's it.
And it just goes a testament to exactly what you were saying.
Yeah. People are doing some research.
Yeah.
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 People are researching. The internet is powerful and you have to have a good internet presence.
That's true.
Very, very important.
So did you already have a marketing strategy when you went into that?
Yeah, so marketing has always been a fun thing for me. When I first started, I was doing all of it myself,
That's cool.
going on the phone and creating a little image,
Yeah.
putting it up, because I noticed when I did start that wasn't there. There wasn't a lot of people doing that kind of stuff,
Right.
like really cool, neat photos and words. Now, like everybody has these like fonts and stuff like that. But
Right.
back when I first started, there wasn't all of that. So I would research all these apps to make all these photos look good with nice font, writing, put them up on the internet, Instagram, Facebook, and all of that.
Gotcha.
And
So it
then
was
video
before Canva.
Yeah, way before.
Okay.
Yeah, way before. So I did all that marketing myself, and I enjoyed it. Then I was trying to generate leads, and we would put links and bit.lys and stuff, like try to generate the leads off of the ads and things like that.
Gotcha.
So I really did enjoy that, and then the team grew and grew and grew, and then I hired a full-time marketing girl. Yeah.
But that even works better because you had a blueprint. You had like, hey, this is what I've been doing. I'd like to expand and enhance this.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted.
Right.
I knew what I wanted, and I worked towards that.
Right.
Because I saw what other people were doing, and I'm like, well, that looks horrible. Why would you do that and put that out to the public?
Right.
So I didn't want that. Even with drone stuff, like back in the day, like drones weren't around when I was starting.
How did they get that type of footage without drones?
Right. So I remember a guy. This is a funny story. Real short. I'll tell you. Is first year. Yeah, it was my first year. Maybe my first 6 months. A guy calls me out of the blue. He's like, "Sam, I have this drone, and I'll do it for $20 for you for your new listing in West Hampton," which it was on Country Club there, Deerwood Country Club. So I said, $20? Like, you got it. Met him out there. He made this like quadcopter, this homemade like drone thing. He gets it out of the car. It's all looking at him like, this is crazy, right?
You're like,
goes up, and like, but I'm putting it on like Instagram and stuff, and people are like, oh, like people didn't see that stuff before. Like, wow, this guy's even doing drones now, stuff like that, right? Now the video, it's actually still on my YouTube channel. It's the worst video in the world, looking back on it.
Looking back.
But back then, it's like, wow, look at that. He's flying over the golf course. It's all gray and grainy and shaky.
Got you.
But then it was awesome, right? So I was always trying to, the reason I bring that up is I was always trying to innovate and do something better.
Yeah.
That was out there.
And it looks like people just showed up, they were trying to innovate too, because if he showed up with a drone that he had built himself.
Dude, $20. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I haven't talked to that guy in a long time, maybe, since that video, but.
Wow.
But now the drones are all over the place, and we use drones on every single listing that we have. It's a great way to capture.
That's what I was
Capture
thinking.
the house, yeah.
It gives such a cool shot. And I haven't used a drone in a listing before, but it just seems like it gives it this movement, this motion that you can't get with anything else.
Yeah, like people are like we're talking about people scrolling through social media and looking at listings.
Mm,
You know, like when they scroll through a house and then they see like a nice drone shot or a nice twilight shot, they're stopping,
yeah,
right? They're stopping to look.
yeah, because it's
And
something different.
stops them in their tracks.
Exactly, and that's ultimately what you want.
And that's what you want. And that's how you get the clicks.
Yeah,
That's how you get that's how you lead generate.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense. So a little bit of a deeper question is, what is one story from your career that just reminds you of why being a real estate agent matters to you?
I don't know if there's one story, but people pull me aside like all the time and they notice me like at the store and say, thank you for doing what you're doing here in town.
Hmm.
They notice the good things that I do. I try to give back to my community as
That's
much as
good.
possible. So I'm noticed because of the videos and the marketing that I'm doing,
Hmm.
and people notice that. Um, and it is a good feeling, to
And that makes you feel worth.
yeah, it's more than just doing real estate. It's uh, it's it's giving back, and it has nothing to do with real estate sometimes, and people do appreciate that.
Yeah,
But then in turn, it helps my real estate career as well too, because people are like, you know what, that guy's Sam. He's a really good guy. He does a lot for,
yeah,
maybe you should give him a call.
yeah.
So it's sort of
Hmm.
it's a feel good thing for me to give back to the community. Um,
That makes
and
sense.
people notice that, and it makes me proud. Yeah.
They say that like having an abundance of resources, whether that be money or anything like that, it just makes more of who you already are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we were to assume that that was absolutely true, it just sounds like you're able to be a better guy everywhere you go, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been. I love giving back to the community, and it does make me feel good, and it helps.
Yeah,
It helps people that I'm giving back to, and it also in turn it helps my business as well too.
right,
So it's
right.
good all around. It's just good for the soul. It's good for everything.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly.
and I really enjoy it. I like it.
That's definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to paint this picture as though, you're a flawless individual because we all know. I'm sure you've got some
Of
flaws.
course.
No need to dig for them though. The things that you have done in the community, the things that you've done just in the office that we work in together,
Yeah.
like those things, they speak volumes as to just your character, which is an
Yeah.
important,
I appreciate
you
that.
know?
Yeah. Like it all goes back to people watching, right? There's always I'm a big proponent of doing the right thing,
Yeah,
being a good guy, and that comes back to you tenfold.
that
People
makes sense.
people are always watching, and no matter where it would be,
Mm,
even in our office, right? So
gotcha. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're into sports?
I at my age at 53, I don't play much sports now, probably besides golf,
Gotcha.
and I do some bocce ball, which is not
Bocce.
really athletic.
I've never even heard of that. What is that?
Bocce ball, it's an Italian game.
Yeah?
Um,
I'm gonna look into that
yeah,
later.
it's
I'm gonna
great.
check it out.
But
Is
I
it like
love
a
watching
tennis?
sports. I'm a season ticket holder for the Philadelphia Eagles for the last 26 years.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. Okay.
yeah, no, bocce ball is not tennis. It's actually you're rolling the ball
Really?
like a shuffleboard, so to speak. maybe.
Shuffleboard. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into it.
it's fun. I'm in a league.
Yeah?
Yeah, in the
I've
summer.
seen pickleball. So funny thing is
Pickleball.
on the other coast, they don't have pickleball. Not to this degree.
It's big around here.
It's big. It's big.
It's not out west, huh?
No?
No,
Mm-mm.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Pickleball's really picked up lately.
Yeah, yeah. You can join a soccer team or a run club faster than you can do pickleball, and that's
That's funny. I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah, pickleball's big.
I had no idea what it was. I'm like, what is pickleball? Everybody's talking about pickleball, and they're like,
Yeah,
it's basically tennis, but it's
it's
not.
tennis on a small court
Yeah,
with a bigger ball. Yeah,
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, that's the summary that I
Yep.
got. So I'm gonna check out bocce ball. Is that
Do it.
how you say
Bocce
it?
ball
Bocce ball.
or bocce ball. No, I'm
Bocce
kidding.
ball.
Bocce ball.
One of those two. So when you do list a property for a client, what is your non-negotiable?
Well, so the first thing that I always tell these clients before I even walk into a house is clean, declutter as much as possible.
Okay. Okay.
Clean, declutter as much as possible.
Got
That's number one.
it. Yeah.
We want to get the house ready in as best shape as possible.
Understood.
Not everybody wants to paint their entire house, so you got to feel that out, right? Like older clients, wallpaper all over the place.
Right. Right.
Trying to get them to do that is difficult.
Right.
All right, they don't want to do it, so we try to work around that.
Right.
At least get it. Let's get some things decluttered. Let's clean it up, mulch the front, get the lawn cut, get everything looking good. Maybe some power washing.
That makes sense.
That's getting the house ready, and then for us, as far as the listing, it's complete marketing package with
everything.
clean, crisp photos and video and things like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you have run into where you're like, absolutely not, I have to walk away from this. This is definitely not something I'm willing to participate in?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, there's always those clients that want to list their house too high. Like, right? Maybe worth 500 and they want to list it for $1 million or something crazy.
Yeah.
Like
it just
crazy.
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to walk away in those instances.
Right.
Because you're not on the same page. It's going to be a tough road if you take the listing and you know it's a $500,000 house, but you're at $1 million.
Right. Right.
It's a little crazy scenario, but it happens.
Those type of things. That makes sense.
And then like if you're not on the same wavelength starting out, it's not going to be good going forward, right? So
yeah, because it'll just get worse, and typically doesn't usually get better. And
then you're dropping price, and they're like, no, I'm not going to drop the price. This house should sell for 900 now. No way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and sometimes a house will, all the marketing in the world will not take the place, not take the place of of correct price, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
price cures all objections. I always say that's one of my famous sayings is price cures all objections.
It does.
Because it is true.
Yeah.
Right? If you have $1 million house and we listed it for $2 million, do you think it's going to sell? No.
No.
But if we listed for 500,000, do you think it's going to sell?
Absolutely.
Of course. Right? So there's a number in the middle that we got to find
that is
where people stop objecting
right
and move forward.
Right.
So yeah, but you have to use price as a marketing. You have to use a price as a marketing strategy.
Gotcha.
Use it to attract and not repel, because it can certainly repel.
That actually,
right?
That brings a lot of things to mind, but that makes so much sense to use it as a marketing strategy as opposed to just trying to get a number.
Yes. So a lot of times, I just read it somewhere that exact saying. Use price as to attract, and not repel. And it's true, right? Because if you have a $500,000 house and you list it for $1 million,
right?
What are you doing? People are like, I ain't going to see that. It's got crazy. We're going on to the next one.
Right, right.
You're repelling. People are running.
Yeah.
Now, if you get more towards the price or where it should be, you're attracting them.
And then they'll come right in. They're like, oh, this is great. They feel like they're getting a deal. They feel like,
Absolutely.
And they're adjusting the price for themselves at this point.
Yep. And then it works out better for the seller too, because then you're going to get into bidding wars. And the price is going to get driven up.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting on the market where you have to drop the price.
Right, right.
Yeah. So
nobody wants to do that.
No.
Well, I know we're almost finished here, but if you could teach one principle about business, people, or life, what would it be?
One principle. It's probably going to have to go back to the consistency thing. I'm not so sure if it's hard to teach. It's probably difficult to teach that.
Yeah.
But that's the key to this business.
That's
to stay consistent with every aspect of your business, and it will send you to the moon as far as your business goes.
I feel like consistency is one of those easier said than done things.
It is.
It's like you've got life coming up, you've got emotional states coming up, you've got all of these things that arise as you're going along. How do you find the wherewithal to
Yeah.
stay consistent?
It's not easy. Life comes at you, like everybody. I don't care who you are. Somebody's got some stuff going on in their life that can derail them at any time.
Right, right.
You have to have a good mindset. Mindset's very important. Got to stay positive, and you got to keep grinding.
That makes sense.
Because there is a lot to life.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of things come at you hard. Kids. It could be family sickness, death, anything like that. Business-wise, just got a call that something right before this. You were here when I took the call.
Yeah.
Deal fell apart. So many things can go through your mind, but you have to stay focused.
Yeah. And then
Stay consistent on those tasks each day, no matter what they be.
that'll get you there.
Go from there, yeah.
That'll get you there. That makes sense. So what's next for you?
As far as business goes, or
business, personally?
So
what's next for you?
So business-wise, I am currently getting licensed in Florida.
Congratulations.
That we just spoke about that, about going across state lines, but the Florida thing, I have a business plan for. And I won't reveal it right now, but maybe I'll come back for that.
All right. All right.
And that would lead me into buying something down in Florida.
That makes sense.
In my older years.
Okay.
Because I do love Florida. I love the warmer weather.
Yeah.
So this step with that will take me there.
That makes sense. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And as far as here locally, same thing. I love my team. Just going to keep grinding and building.
Keep expanding.
Expanding. I'm always looking for quality people. And I'm picky. I said this before. I'm picky who joins the team, but not giant expansion.
Okay.
But keeping at it. Like last year, we had our 12 years in the business. Every year went up, except for 1 year, which was 2023, and then 2024 was our best year.
Oh wow!
Ever.
Okay. Okay.
So we've had a nice trajectory there. Hopefully, we'll keep that going. I have the Florida thing in the background going.
That makes sense.
Still got to work on that, but it's slow work in progress.
But it's something that's building, and like you said, consistency, and that consistency has.
Yeah, and still keeping a good quality of life instead of getting crazy. I still have a good balance, a work-life balance.
That makes sense.
Which I like. So
that makes sense. And personally, you're going to Florida. No, I'm just playing.
I'm going to go to. I didn't buy a house in Florida yet, but I will.
Okay.
And hopefully some business can take me down there a few months out of the year eventually.
That makes sense.
But I still have young kids, so we got to get them through school.
That makes sense.
And get them going, and then we'll see.
Well, I don't want everybody to watches to think that their favorite realtor is running off to Florida on them.
Not going anywhere.
You'll be here, but at the same time, Florida is an amazing place. I spent 3 years there, and the entire 3 years that I was there, it just felt good. It was a good feeling. So I don't blame you. It's a great place.
Yeah. So for me, I don't like the cold and gray winters here.
I got you.
So my plan is to at least spend a few months in Florida in the winter. At the least.
That makes sense.
At the least.
Okay.
My sister last year rented a house in West Palm Beach for a month and a half, 2 months maybe.
Yeah.
I went down there for a few days in February.
So you go somewhere warm.
Like, wow. Now here it was freezing cold, gray, windy. And
it was a long winter last winter.
It's always a long winter, Kash. Come on.
Man, I've only experienced 2 of them. It's like, man, because in Vegas it's not that hot. It's not that cold. Like maybe 40s. It might get down to a 30, and then you're like, it's freezing.
Right.
I've never seen single digits. I didn't even know that existed.
3 for a loop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the winters I struggle with personally. So that's my plan for Florida.
That makes sense. Well, either way, I wish you all the success with it, and I really want to say thank you for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Appreciate it.